Hello and welcome to everyone. Today I am going to discuss some important problems of geometric progression. So let's start. So the question is, if A, B, C and D are in GP, show that A square plus B square plus C square within bracket multiply B square plus C square plus D square is equals to AB plus BC plus CD whole square. So its solution is, since A, B, C and D are in GP, A, B, C and D are in GP, geometric progression. Therefore, as we know, the ratio B by A is equals to ratio C by B is equals to D by C. These three ratios will be equal. So I can let it is equals to R. Okay, the ratio of these B by A, C by B and D by C is equals to R. This implies, if I take B by A is equals to R, B by A is equals to R, so I get B is equals to AR. If I take C by B is equals to R, so this implies C is equals to BR. C is equals to BR. Using B equals to AR here, I get C is equals to AR multiplied by R. It is equals to C is AR square. Now last one, D by C is equals to R. This implies D is equal to CR. Again imply, if I put the value of C from here, C is equal to AR square, so I get D is equals to AR square multiplied by this R. Again D is equals to AR cube. Now using these values, B is equals to AR, C is equals to AR square and D is equals to AR cube. I take LHS. A square plus B square plus C square multiply by B square plus C square plus D square. It is equals to A square is A square as it is, B square is A square R square, A square R square plus C square means A square R power 4, A square R power 4, and in second bracket B square means A square R square, A square R square plus C square means A square R power 4, A square R power 4 plus D square means A square R power 6, A square R power 6. Now I can take A square common, so A square 1 plus R square plus R power 4. Similarly I can take here A square into R square, so I get 1 plus here R square plus here R power 4. So this is again equals to A power 4 R square and 1 plus R square plus R power 4 whole square. Right? So this is the left hand side of this statement. So first one. Now I can take RHS. So RHS is equals to AB plus BC plus CD whole square. A as it is, B is AR plus B is AR and C is AR square plus C is AR square and D is AR cube whole square. So it is equals to A square R plus A square R cube plus A square R power 5 whole square. Now I can take A square and R common. So A square R is common and within bracket I get 1 plus R square plus R power 4 whole square. Now I can distribute this whole square. So we get A power 4 R square and 1 plus R square plus R power 4 whole square. So from 1 and 2 I can see that LHS A power 4 R square 1 plus R square plus R power 4 whole square and the RHS A power 4 R square 1 plus R square plus R power 4 whole square. So LHS is equals to RHS. Hence, therefore, from 1 and 2, LHS is equals to RHS. Hence, proved. So the next problem is insert two numbers between 3 and 81 so that the resulting sequence is GP. Insert two numbers between 3 and 81. One number here and second one is here. Like this. Then the sequence 1, this number and 81 form a GP. So I can assume here first number is G1 and second number is G2. So let G1 and G2 be two number such that 3, G1, G2, 81 are in GP. Okay. Here first term, that is A. First term A is 3. Number of terms n is equals to 1, 2, 3 and 4. Number of terms 4 and 81 is the fourth term of this GP. So I can write A4 is equals to 81. As we know, the formula of nth term, that is an is equals to AR power n minus 1. If I put n is equal to 4, so we get A4 is equals to AR power 4 minus 1, that is A4 is equals to AR cube. Now here we can see that A is equal to 3 and A4 is equals to 81. I can put here. So 81 is equals to 3 into R power cube. Therefore R cube is equals to 81 divided by 3 and R cube is equals to 27. This implying R cube is equals to 3 power 3, or we get R is equals to 3. Okay. R is equal to 3 means common ratio is 3. Now since G1 divided by 3 is equals to R, G1 divided by 3 is equals to R, and R is what? R is equal to 3. Therefore G1 by 3 is equals to 3 and G1 is equals to 9. So this is the first required number. Also G2 divided by G1, G2 divided by G1 is again equals to R, since therefore G2 divided by what is G1? G1 is 9 is equals to what is R? R is 3. this is equals to 3. Therefore, G2 is equal to 9 into 3, 27. So required numbers are 9 and 27. Now the next question is, find the value of n so that a power n plus 1 plus b power n plus 1 divided by a power n plus b power n may be the geometric mean between a and b. What is the geometric mean? If we have two positive numbers like a and b, then geometric mean is defined as gm is equals to square root of a into b. Okay, using this, since we have this one is the geometric mean of a and b, since a power n plus 1 plus b power n plus 1 divided by a power n plus b power n is geometric mean, that is gm of a and b. Therefore, a power n plus 1 plus b power n plus 1 divided by a power n plus b power n is equals to square root of a into b. Now, take b power n plus 1 common from numerator. So b power n plus 1, and within bracket we get a power n plus 1 divided by b power n plus 1 plus 1. As you can see that if we have x plus y, then if I take y as common, so I get x upon y plus 1. Okay, so using this, now denominator I can take b power n as common, so b power n, and within bracket we get a power n divided by b power n plus 1. It is equals to, I can write it as ab whole power 1 by 2. So it is b power n into b power n plus 1. I can write it as b power n into b. Here a by b whole power n plus 1. Okay, plus 1 divided by b power n within bracket a by b whole power n plus 1. It is equals to ab whole power 1 by 2. Now b power n cancel out. I can divide by this b into right hand side. So we get this is equals to, or this imply, okay, equals to is here. So a by b whole power n plus 1 divided by a by b whole power n plus 1. It is equals to a power 1 by 2 b power 1 by 2 divided by b. Okay, division by this b into right hand side. This again imply I can write a by b whole power n plus 1 plus 1. It is equals to, cross multiply by this term. Here you can see that we get a power 1 by 2 divided by, this is power 1, and we get b power 1 by 2. As you know that very well, b power 1 by 2 by b is equals to 1 upon b power, here 1, this will be minus 1 by 2. So 1 upon b power 1 by 2. So I can write like this, and multiply by a by b whole power this n n plus 1. Now this is again imply a by b whole power n plus 1 plus 1 is equals to, I can write it as a by b whole power 1 by 2, and this is a by b whole power n plus 1. Now I can multiply by a by b power 1 by 2 in both these two terms. So this is equals to a by b whole power n plus 1 is equals to a by b whole power n plus 1 by 2. Okay, and multiply by 1 we get a by b whole power 1 by 2. Now taking into left hand side we get this imply a by b whole power n plus 1, okay, minus this one term minus a by b whole power n plus half. Now plus 1 and plus this term or of minus a by b whole power 1 by 2 is equals to 0. Okay, now I can take common from these two terms and from these two terms, make pair, and I can take common a by b whole power n plus half, because n plus half is less than n plus 1. You can see that n plus half is less than n plus 1. So I can take common a by b power n plus half outside. So it is a by b whole power n plus half common. So here we get a by b whole power 1 by 2. You can see here, if I multiply this term again, a by b power half, then we get a by b whole power n plus 1 by 2 plus 1 by 2 is 1. So again we get this term. Now minus what? Minus here 1. Okay, and in these two terms I can take minus 1 as common, so minus 1 common, and within bracket I get this will be positive and this will be negative. So a by b whole power 1 by 2 and minus 1, it is equals to 0. From these two terms I can take this bracket, the terms of this bracket common. So this is equals to a by b whole power 1 by 2 minus 1 as common. So I get within bracket a by b whole power n plus half minus this 1 is equals to 0. Again, since as we know, since a is not equal to b, since a and b are different, between a and b means a and b are different. So if a is not equal to b, so a by b cannot be 1, right? Therefore a by b is not equal to 1. So it cannot be 1 minus 1, 0. So it cannot be 0. Therefore I can divide by a by b power 1 by 2 minus 1 into right hand side into 0. So on dividing this I get this imply a by b whole power n plus 1 by 2 minus 1 is equals to 0. Again a by b whole power n plus half is equals to 1. How can I write 1 in terms of a by b? Okay, you can see here this imply a by b whole power n plus half, and I can write in the place of 1 a by b whole power 0. Okay, a by b whole power 0, what? It is 1. Now comparing both sides, since base equal and these two terms are equal, therefore the power will be equal. So n plus half is equals to 0. So I get n is equals to -1. This is the value of n. Now one more question. The sum of two numbers is 6 times their geometric means. Show that numbers are in the ratio 3 plus 2 root 2 ratio 3 minus 2 root 2. How can we solve this problem? The sum of two numbers. First of all, we assume two numbers. Its solution. Let A and B be two numbers. Okay. The sum of two numbers is 6 times their geometric mean. According to question, sum of these two numbers means A plus B is 6 times their geometric mean. Geometric mean is root AB. So it is equals to 6 times of their geometric mean. A plus B is equal to 6 into root A plus B. Now show that numbers are in the ratio. We have to show that A by B is equals to 3 plus 2 root 2 divided by 3 minus 2 root 2. We have to prove this one. So how can we prove this one? This implies I can write it as A plus B divided by 2 root AB is equals to what? Is equals to 3. If you multiply, cross multiply, you get 6 root AB. Okay. Now there is a rule known as componendo dividendo rule. What is the componendo dividendo rule? If you have a ratio A by B like x divided by y, then what is the componendo dividendo rule? Here A plus B divided by A minus B is equals to x plus y divided by x minus y. This is the componendo dividendo rule. We add denominator in the numerator and write in numerator, and subtract denominator from numerator and write in denominator. Which process we adopt in left hand side, and then this process, same process will apply into right hand side. Therefore, I am using here componendo dividendo rule. So you can see that A plus B is numerator plus its denominator, so 2 root AB divided by, again numerator is A plus B minus denominator is 2 root AB. And the process in the right hand side is same as we apply into left hand side. So you can see that 3 can be written as 3 divided by 1. So using same property, so 3 plus 1, okay, divided by 3 minus 1. Right? Now it can be written as, you can see very carefully, it is the whole square of root A plus root B whole square. If you apply this identity A plus B whole square, you get A square means root A square. Root A square is A plus root B square is B plus 2 into root A into root B. Root A into root B is root AB, because A and B both are positive numbers. So root 2 into root 3 is equal to, we know, root 6. Okay, using this, so we can write A plus B plus 2 root AB like this, root A plus root B whole square. Similarly, in denominator, it can be written as root A minus root B whole square. It is equals to 3 plus 1 is 4, 3 minus 1 is 2. So here we get 2. Now, root A plus root B divided by root a minus root b is equals to 2 by 1. This whole square here. Okay, whole square. Now, taking square root both sides, we get. Now, taking square root both sides, taking square root both sides. Okay, what we get? In left hand side we get root a plus root b divided by root a minus root b is equals to root 2 by 1. Root 2 by 1. Taking square root both sides. Okay. Now, again apply component to dividend rule. Again apply. So, this implies numerator root a plus root b. Okay, root a plus root b plus denominator. Denominator is root a minus root b divided by numerator root a plus root b minus denominator root a minus root of b. Same process into right hand side. Numerator plus denominator divided by numerator minus denominator. So this again imply, you can see that plus root b and minus root b cancel out, and root a plus root a is 2 root a divided by, here root a minus root a cancel out, this plus root b minus into minus plus root b we can add, so it will be 2 root b. It is equals to here root 2 plus 1 divided by root 2 minus 1. 2 and 2 cancel out. Now again squaring both sides. Now squaring both sides. Right? Squaring both sides. What we get? We get here a by b. Okay? Here we have root a by root b, and then we get after squaring a by b. And in the right hand side, root 2 plus 1 divided by root 2 minus 1 whole square. Now, root 2 plus 1 whole square divided by root 2 minus 1 whole square. Using identity a plus b ka whole square, we get a square means 2, b square means 1 plus 2 times multiplication of root 2 into 1. Again imply identity, so it is 2 plus 1 minus 2 root 2. So 2 plus 1 is 3, 3 plus 2 root 2 divided by 3 minus 2 root 2, which is a by b. So the ratio of a and b, you can see here, the ratio of a and b is 3 plus 2 root 2 ratio 3 minus 2 root 2. So we can write in the ratio form like this. Therefore, a ratio b is equals to 3 plus 2 root 2. Okay, 3 plus 2 root 2 ratio 3 minus 2 root 2. So this is the solution of this particular question.